We are now in aspect 8 of Tavani's chapter 5 and our lecture 2 on ethics of privacy in cyberspace. Here we'll examine professional ethics solution to the data breach issue, commercial aspects of it, industry self-regulation of this solution, and the legal aspect of this professional solution. So we'll start with the commercial solution as part of professional ethics first. It makes sense to discuss a number of kinds of solutions to address the moral problem of violation of privacy as outlined above. The solutions are in terms of ethics and professional ethics, commercial solutions, industry self-regulation solutions, and legal solutions. We will end with the mentioning of the right to be forgotten. We have done the general ethics analysis, and from the standpoint of professional ethics, we should add that computer professionals bear an extra responsibility to scrutinize the points above and to think about new technologies and ways of administering those technologies so that they minimize the loss of privacy. There are ramifications for loss of privacy from cyber technology of which everyday persons are not going to be aware of. And this is in contrast to the computer professionals. Computer professionals should choose the least privacy invading alternatives from those available. There is usually more than one way to do any given thing. Computer professionals should choose to work for those organizations that are more socially responsible with regard to potential privacy invasion. There's probably more than one organization that a computer professional can choose to be employed by. Commercial solutions as part of the professional ethics solution to the problem of privacy. So the commercial solutions include privacy enhancing tools that one can purchase in order to surf the web more or less autonomously or in various secure modes. Information technology professionals can choose to work in the area of actively developing such devices. Industry self-regulation includes voluntary professional associations of organizations that agree to maintain certain standards of privacy for their clients and to be audited for compliance. The Trustee Certificate of Privacy Preservation was given as an example by Tavani. Such associations can also be viewed as examples of professionals exercising professional ethics by raising the standards for privacy protection in this manner. Information technology professionals can work on setting rigorous industry standards that minimize violation of privacy. Finally, it is also possible to legally regulate privacy curbing in the computer profession. An example of such legislation is the European Directive on Data Protection. Legal regulation, however, faces a problem of how it can be enforced abroad, as data transfers are indeed international. Information technology professionals can actively participate in making sure that the government regulation is such that is the best possible for preserving privacy of citizens. And lastly, in this section, let us discuss the right to be forgotten. It is an interesting example of an attempt at privacy protection in the cybersphere. The basic thought there is that one should not be followed by a record of foolish things one did a long time ago, in one's youth, for example. While such records required digging through archives in the pre-computer internet days, they are so much more readily available now for anyone to view online. The argument is that one may no longer be today the same irresponsible person one was at the age of 19, when one received a DUI documented by local newspapers, for example. Does being autonomous not mean that one should be accountable for who the person is now and not someone 20 years ago? do not have the right for such information to be private for most purposes, and not at everyone's fingertips in a matter of seconds. People attempt to have such information removed from search engine reaches by making legal appeals in court and personal appeals to the search engine companies. Not very successful appeals, unfortunately, but it is an interesting example of privacy on the web for us to think about.